about the impact of the backcourt?
And that's where it all starts. When you have a confident and competent backcourt, it just opens up a lot of things for you offensively.
Now, a look at Dallas's starting lineup. Irving is out there with Thompson. Then there's Daniel Gafford. Then it's Anthony Davis. And it's Washington in at the 3. Now here's Williams. 5 to shoot. Launches from deep. Comes out of the gate empty. He's 0 for 1. Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. Thompson in the corner. Irving sets a screen for Thompson. Three-pointer. Dort grabs the miss.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Over Irving. Gilgeous-Alexander, good.
Money in the bank. Gilgeous-Alexander is more than happy to try his luck from that spot.
And you know, Clark, you look at the switch the Mavericks hit last year. This is a team that has certainly bought in.
It's pretty clear, Kevin. They believe in their coach, and they know they can make it to the finals now. They look to empower one another. They play as more than the sum of their parts, that's for sure. A well-oiled, cohesive group.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander missing. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside Irving. Lets it go with a 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
Doesn't matter if he's well guarded or not. Kyrie knocking it down from deep.
To the wing on the left. Here's Hartenstein. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Gilgeous-Alexander, that's a 2-pointer. Not wasting any time in taking the shot and knocking it down.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Now, here's Thompson. Outside, Davis. From downtown, the Thunder pull it in. Now Holmgren pass to Hartenstein. Here's Dort. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so it's Irving with it, bringing it up for the Dallas Mavericks. They trail by 1. Gafford, high post. Thompson with it. Fires the 3. Outside for Davis. Takes the 3. He can't get that one to fall. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 50% from the field, hitting 3 of 6 since the opening tip. Well, there's no question, and he welcomes this, that Anthony Davis shoulders a heavy load on the defensive end.
And he should, and he does. I mean, he's a true anchor. He protects the rim. He can guard out on the perimeter. He communicates well. He's got an excellent basketball IQ. And he's a guy that can cover up a lot of mistakes from his teammates.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Kevin, the Thunder take it one step at a time. All-star Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I think we all stay in the moment, and that's why we've been able to get better. Attack the day, the program in front of us. We all have the right intentions and want to win at the end of the day. Kevin?
Of that attitude, growing by leaps and bounds. Thank you, David. Holmgren with it, picked up by Davis. Williams passes to Holmgren. Here's the 3. Williams can't hit.
And, you know, even though that shot didn't go down, I like how they got him a wide-open look in space there.
The kick out to Irving. Busts the J after the cagey pass fake. Irving's got 8.
Never lacking confidence. 0 hesitation from Kyrie there.
Ring shot on the way, and it goes down 2 points. A lot of give and take between these sides early.
And both teams look like they came to play. We should have a good one.
Thompson outside. 24 seconds left in the first quarter. Gafford sets the pick for Thompson. Shoots over Dort, and it falls over the rim and in. He has 5.
And uses his handle and great feel for the game to execute the pick and roll there. What can't Thompson do?
Holmgren can't hit.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
And that'll be Oklahoma City's ball as it goes out of bounds.
And I think he was surprised to see that pass coming his way and just really reacted too late.
A three-pointer, Wiggins, and the last shot before the buzzer is off. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take so far on the Mavs?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
We've got Alex Caruso. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Isaiah Joe. Then it's Williams. And it's Wiggins in at the power forward. That's the group for Oklahoma City getting going here in the second.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets three, you fire three of your own. Boom.
And it's Williams. That time the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Nice find by Gilgeous-Alexander. He reads the floor so well.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Covered by Joe. They get it back. Pass to Marshall. Christie with the screen on Wiggins. Marshall. The shot goes in. First shot, first basket. It has been nip and tuck through the first half.
Exactly, guys. The way it's seesawed back and forth, unbelievable.
Here's Joe. Hasn't made one yet. Caruso, no good. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Irving against Gilgeous-Alexander. Marshall sets a screen for Dinwiddie. Takes a three. Marshall gets the bucket. Marshall's got the lead up to 4 now for the Mavs.
Excellent at running the pick and roll. Dinwiddie just taking what he sees as available.
To the surprise of some, Derek Lively made an immediate impact as a rookie.
Count me amongst those folks, Kevin. I saw him in college, and I liked his potential, and I thought it would take a while longer for him to have an impact. But, boy, he has exceeded expectations in a big way. And because of his shot blocking and energy, running the floor, rim running, and the like, he's earned himself some nice minutes as a contributing player.
Here's Irving after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Dinwiddie wide open. Another three for Dallas.
Well, it's all about being confident from there for Spencer Dinwiddie. A capable threat from distance now.
Caruso, a screen on Irving. Lets it fly. Caruso, no good. Mavericks leading by 5. And there's the foul. We're going Alex Caruso. That is his first foul of the game. For the Thunder, Holmgren, he's checked in for Wiggins. And Jalen Williams is subbed in for Alex Caruso. Davis is checked in for Dallas. B.J. Washington comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Thunder have gone 3 of their first 5 shots to drop here in the second quarter. They set the pick. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. Holmgren dishes to Williams. Holmgren sets the screen for Williams. And the 3 off target.
You know, when he has the ball outside like that, that's exactly the kind of D they need to play on.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in the corner. Nailed from three-point land. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points.
And this is why SGA is a focal point of this offense, because of that ability to score.
And now, here's Gilgeous-Alexander, the fast break chance. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. The Mavericks leading. Pass to Davis. Some nice passing here by Dallas. Irving kicks to Davis. Screen by Gafford. A 3 ball. Dallas, no good that time either. Oklahoma City's gone 2 for 5 from three-point land since the end of the first. Now Hartenstein. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. That doesn't go either for Gilgeous-Alexander. The Mavericks have gotten a little under 50% of their second quarter shots to find the mark. 4 of 9 all told. Williams with the steal. And Williams with the clear path to the hoop. Oh, Clark, he just rocked the rim.
Insanity on display right there. Wow.
Woo. Now here is Davis. Nothing on the board. Outside Irving. From the arc. Outside Davis. 6 on the shot clock. Dallas again missing.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And, you know, you can sense his frustration. This is going to be a test of his resolve here.
Holmgren gets the bucket.
And playing up-tempo, pro-level ball can be hard for some guys, but Holmgren has easily made the transition.
Irving drives in. Uses the glass to drop it in. He's got 10.
And how's that for a move? The killer crossover. It's a thing of beauty.
The high post shot. Count the basket.
Guys, that's just really unstoppable. He poses a ton of matchup problems for whomever he's facing.
And here's Davis for 3. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we... Thanks so much, David. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after this break. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here tonight, guys.
He's done a fantastic job of finding open space to operate within the first few quarters.
And you know what? It helped that they had a few guys with very hot hands on the perimeter, too.
On the floor for Dallas, they've got Daniel Gafford. Anthony Davis is out there with P.J. Washington. Then there's Irving. And it's Thompson in at the 2.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
No good from Irving.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
Well, you know, I hear you. That's a good look. But when you're that wide open, I think you got to knock it down.
Clark, you had a chance to defend a lot of great scores in your time in the NBA.
Yeah, and I did. They wore me out too, partner. I mean, I think the attitude of those guys stands out. Their relentlessness, the skill level obviously was there, but it was the relentless pursuit of the basketball and scoring opportunities. Bernard King, Larry Bird, Alex English, Marcus Johnson was near the tail end of his prime, but he was a problem too. I mean, there were a number of guys in that. Kelly Tripucka. Woo! Yeah, don't make my head spin.
Now, here's George, following the miss by Kyrie Irving. Thompson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Fires it up. Rebounded by Gafford. Gafford's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Thompson outside. There's the 3. Good! Thompson makes it look so easy.
Arguably the smoothest jumper in the game, Klay Thompson.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to George. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Clark, Kyrie Irving has got to be as skilled a player as we've seen in the NBA.
Well, I tell you what, I don't know if I've ever seen a better layup maker than him. And I played against Isaiah Thomas and read about Nate Archibald and some of the other great small ball guards. But, man, this kid, Kyrie Irving, well, young man now, 50, 40, 90 on the season. And a lot of times he's making acrobatic layups against 6'9", and 7-foot guys. Special.
Now Williams, after the missed 3 from Klay Thompson. The Thunder with another miss. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. The shot goes down and it gets this game back to even. Thompson's got 6 in the quarter.
Hey, from a technical, mechanical standpoint, Klay Thompson has one of the purest jump shots you'll ever see.
Getting the latest now from our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David, it's all yours. Take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks. Chet Holmgren has a slender frame, but he's determined to still protect the rim. Coach Dagnall said he'll get dunked on 10 straight times if that's what the game calls for. He paused and then added, he won't actually get dunked on 10 straight times. He's going to get a couple of those, too. Kevin, he certainly will.
I agree. You know, David, he is fearless. Now, Washington, after the missed 3 from Chet Holmgren. 4 on the shot clock. It's up a 3. Another 3 for Dallas.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
And, you know, they've got to be careful because this is when the team concept breaks down and guys start playing hero ball.
And they're trailing by 5. Holmgren wide open. Williams kicks to Holmgren. No good, unable to end this run. Dallas has gone 3 of 7 from three-point range here in quarter number 3. Davis with a screen on George. And it's Isaiah Hartenstein with the foul. That is his first foul of the game. Alex Caruso is checked in for Oklahoma City. And Dallas also making a switch. Marshall's checked in. No good from Irving.
You know, defensively, you just can't afford to give him that much room. They're fortunate that he missed that one.
And George gets it to go.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by Dallas.
Now, here is Irving. 10 points for him. Klay Thompson with that deep range.
Love the response from Thompson there. You knew it was going to be about payback for him.
Yep, it goes. And the Dallas lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Williams. Irving against Gilgeous-Alexander. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Irving's shot is good.
Able to strike from mid-range and all over the court. The versatility of Kyrie's offensive game, top shelf.
Pass to Hartenstein. Caruso looking for an opening. Lets it go from deep. The shot misses. And we've watched 3 so far in this one. The Mavericks on top. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his speed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Yeah, that's just a brilliant read of the defense. I mean, it was also excellent anticipation of the movement of his teammates before the pass. Just great harmony on all sides.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. They've got Aaron Wiggins. Isaiah Joe is out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Alex Caruso. And it's Williams at the 5 spot. That's the lineup in the game for Oklahoma City. Now, here is Irving. Here's Christie. There's the screen. The second chance effort. Doesn't go that time.
I love the anticipation defensively there to get into the perfect spot.
Back to Caruso. Offline with his 3. Mavericks leading by 4. Pass to Christie. A little over a minute of the 4th quarter gone right now. No good from the wing. Oklahoma City shooting a mediocre 41% in this one. And that one's good. Caruso.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
Irving passes to Christie. They get it back. Gilgeous-Alexander with the steal. And now a fast break for the Thunder. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back. And a new group getting ready for Oklahoma City. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams, he's checked in for Alex Caruso. And it's Dort in for Isaiah Joe. And a new group getting ready for Dallas. Daniel Gafford's checked in for Jarek Lively. Anthony Davis comes in for Marshall. P.J. Washington, he's checked in for Christie. It's Thompson in for Dinwiddie. Now, here is Irving. Shot clock at 5. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Thompson for 3. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 4 assists in the game.
Anywhere on the arc, Thompson is a threat. You have to do all you can to run him off that line.
The shot by Williams, no good.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Back to Irving. Thompson outside. Davis with a screen on Hartenstein. Goes up on the wing. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Thunder trailing by 4. Outside, George hits it from three-point range.
Oh, he is just so clutch, saving his best for when the pressure is at its highest.
Davis setting the pick for Irving. Gafford finds Thompson. Irving, a screen on George. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Thompson against Gilgeous-Alexander. Outside Williams. A miss that time. Would have put him up. For Dallas, they've gone just 1 of 6 in the field to start the 4th quarter. A bit of a slowdown for them right now. Outside, Davis. Shot on the wing. Thunder with the rebound. Hartenstein's got rebound number 10 tonight with that last one. Williams against Gafford. Shots good by Williams. Williams has got 9 points here in the second half. Time running low, guys, and somebody has got to win this one.
Yeah, well, who knows? We might need overtime in this one. It's been that kind of a game.
Dort against Thompson. Back to Gafford. Thompson outside. Just 3 to shoot. Second chance shot.
Already set the Summer League record for blocks in his first game. Holmgren, one of the best young shot blockers in the league.
There's 57 seconds left in the 4th quarter. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Buries it from outside.
And what a shot from Gilgeous-Alexander. This guy isn't afraid of the moment. Wow.
Irving finds Thompson. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And even against defense as tight as that, you almost expect him to still bury those.
Knocks down the 3 ball.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Up and in on the layup.
Assist goes to P.J. Washington.
On offense, here are the Thunder. They're on a 15-5 run. For 3, Holmgren. The kick out to Williams. Good on the 3-point shot. Williams has got the lead up to 9 now for the Thunder. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Irving.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
So it's Oklahoma City picking up the win. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were
store for us tonight, Stan?
Brian, you can't ask for a more intriguing matchup. Top teams, top players. If you're a fan of the NBA, this is as good as it gets.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Brown in at the 3 spot. Now here's Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 to shoot. Williams passes to Holmgren. From outside, off the mark. And Porzingis has got the ball here for Boston. Holiday from long range. Pure from three-point range.
And I really like Holiday's shot selection. It's fun watching him measure defenses and catch them off guard.
And that one's good. Holmgren.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Holiday. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. And all around the rim that time before dropping.
Yeah, not sure why he faded away there. Sure looked like he had plenty of space.
Grant, how about the rise of OKC? In just 2 years, transforming from a 24-win team to the top seed.
Incredible, B.A. The Thunder drafted well and gave those picks lots of playing time. Plus, they made some fantastic trades. And of course, don't forget, OKC still has a boatload of picks.
And it's the Thunder with the ball, following the bucket by the Celtics. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Yeah, total focus from Shea there. Ready to go off the feed.
Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
A bit ago, Mark Dagnall and I were able to chat. I asked him, what makes Kristaps Porzingis such a great player? He said, look at him. He's over 7 feet. He's just a huge guy. Kristaps has serious skill on offense, and defensively, that size can really be a factor. He's a two-way problem. It'll be interesting to see how they play him tonight.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Now here's Holiday. From outside the arc. Hartenstein pulls it in.
And lockdown defense against one of the best three-point shooters in the league.
Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Brown with the steal. Fast break. Here come the Celtics. And Brown with the stuff.
Well, we just saw both sides of Brown's game. He can affect the game multiple ways. It's why he's such a good player.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And his first miss of the night. Now 2 of 3. Boston's gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Here's Tatum. Goes up and lays it in nice and easy.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
Williams from long range. Rebound Boston. Outside, Brown. Tatum looking it over. Oh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. It's going to be on Jalen Williams.
An ascending superstar, Tatum has really honed in on what he does best on the offensive end.
A big group substitution here for Oklahoma City. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Joe's checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. Caruso misses. And so Horford will bring it up for the Boston Celtics. The 3. The rebound by Wiggins.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And it's Caruso penetrating. Williams passes to Wiggins. Caruso outside. They set the screen. Shot clock at 6. Outside Joe. Puts up a deep 3. Horford pulls it in. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. Brown passes to Tatum. Here's Pritchard, pounded by Wiggins. Fires from deep. Pritchard, no good. Oklahoma City trailing from downtown. And there's Wiggins. That's good. On the assist from Williams.
Yeah, way back when I started coaching, you never wanted a three-pointer on a fast break. Now, It's the shot teams are looking for.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
These are his first free throws of the game. Oklahoma City making a switch here. Gilgeous-Alexander's checked in. Craig is checked in for Boston.
Making shots at the line. You need a good routine, and he certainly has one.
And Gilgeous-Alexander missing.
That's a shot he'd like back. He's usually going to make those.
Here's Hauser. Jacks up a three. That one no good. Good work defensively by Caruso. From behind the arc. He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. 1 quarter in the books. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And for Boston guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they've used the fast break well to score easy points and keep the defense unsettled.
Yeah, they've dictated the pace to this point, looking to run at every opportunity.
Alex Caruso is out there with Aaron Wiggins. Then it's Isaiah Joe. Then it's Williams. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the 1. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. Celtics lead by 4. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Hey, Brian, Chet Holmgren said, quote, "It's exciting to have this sort of success early on because it's just rare for young teams, but at the same time, we cannot let it distract us from how much better we have to get. Hopefully, we have a long runway together to figure things out." Brian?
A chance for great things, Allie. Thanks for that. Now here's Caruso. No points yet. Outside Joe. Caruso, a screen on Horford. Joe, the pass to Caruso. Outside Joe. Let's go with a 3. The Thunder with another miss. Boston has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. And it's going to be out of bounds. Boston will have another go.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, deflections are a stat that a lot of teams track, disrupting the offense's rhythm and flow.
Hartenstein, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Dort comes in for Joe. Cornette's checked in for Boston. Here's Cornette, outside Craig. There's the double team with Gilgeous-Alexander. Craig, no good.
That's not a bad shot at all. It just didn't go in. Sometimes the process is right, and you still get a bad result.
Yep, that one goes. So it's Boston now. They've only given up 2 points this quarter. Here's Hauser. Soft touch off the glass.
Unselfish basketball. That's what coaches love to see.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the shot is good. Dropping in off the front of the rim. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points. All right, Stan, as you look around the league, who stands out as the best perimeter defender right now?
There's so many good ones. OG Anunoby might be the most versatile. Drew Holiday, Derek White, KCP. Don't forget about guys like Aaron Gordon and Herb Jones, also outstanding.
For Boston, they've gotten just 2 of 6 field goals to go in the second. Pritchard off target with the 3. Oklahoma City has gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Dort. 1:57 left in the first half of this game. He buries it from 3. And the Thunder lead by 1. These teams have really gone back and forth.
Yeah, 5 lead changes already. This one's going to be a battle for sure.
Pritchard, no good.
Oh, he's frustrated there. You know he wanted to come right back with the 3 of his own.
Gilgeous-Alexander, no good. And the Celtics shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
And it's all from three-point range. And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 1. Here's Hauser. He's guarded by Caruso. Hauser passes to Pritchard. Driving to the basket, and he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. This past offseason, OKC decided to move on from their former first-round pick, Josh Giddey.
Yeah, the 6th overall pick in 2021. Giddey is a talented player with good upside, but fit is so important in the NBA, and the Thunder knew his talents would be better suited elsewhere.
Chet Holmgren, he's checked in for Oklahoma City. Jalen Williams comes in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Now here's Holmgren. Chet from range.
A superb three-point threat. When Holmgren is knocking down triples, he's hard to contain.
Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Caruso. Here's Brown. It's tipped.
If you can, use up the clock en route to the last shot.
Yeah, but if you get an open look, you got to think about taking it no matter how much time is left on the clock.
Williams from long range. No luck on that one. And the first half comes to a conclusion in a game that's been very close so far. Thunder out in front. They lead by 4. And we'll step away briefly, but get you right back out there for the start of the third quarter, right after the break. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Celtics trail by 4. On the court right now for the Celtics. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the 1. Tatum passes to White. The shot comes out. Good work defensively by Dort. Oklahoma City leading by 4. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Hauled in by Brown.
Well, his shot selection's been poor. If I were coaching this team, he'd be sitting next to me.
Back to Tatum. Brown passes to Tatum. Just 5 on the clock. For 3. And Brown, the bucket on the assist from Tatum. Brown's got 5.
A dangerous shooter from all areas. Brown's eyes get real big when he shoots these corner threes.
Dort for 3. Sinks it from distance. And the Thunder lead by 4.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first. Well, they expect this from him, and he's a big reason they're out in front right now.
He shoots it. Holmgren with the block.
Wow, I mean, the 7'6" wingspan coming in handy. Holmgren loves swatting away shots just like this.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, after some down years in Dallas, Kristaps Porzingis said, I really checked myself. From that point on, I started building my game back up. Sometimes when you're younger, your physical abilities might already be there, but your mental is not. Once that all clicks, that's when you've got something.
Well, that's a good way to think of it. Thanks, Allie. Now here's White. And it's White again missing.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
Yeah, they might want to draw something up here to get him something at the rim or get him to the free throw line. Sometimes that's all it takes to snap a cold streak.
And stolen by Brown. And here we go, the Celtics on the run. Can they get it? Boston, no good that time either. Thunder leading by 10. One thing you can say about Boston, Grant, they know how to put a team together.
Yeah, the Celtics' consistency of winning is just impressive, both now and throughout their entire history. They are really the gold standard in this league, and it's mostly because of great draft picks and great trades.
For 3, Porzingis. Oklahoma City grabs a miss.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
From deep, Holmgren. Holiday Holiday grabs the miss. Celtics trail by 10. Here's Tatum, and a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to go on Chet Holmgren.
Just money from the line. Tatum knows the importance of making free throws.
And growing up in California, Stan, when did you first fall in love with the game of basketball?
Well, Brian, my dad coached for a long time, and I just remember going to his practices and going to his games. I can't remember a time where I didn't love the game.
Here's Pritchard. 5 points in the game. Fires for 3. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. Hartenstein's got the glass covered here tonight. That's 11 boards for him. On the wing, Caruso. Back to Gilgeous-Alexander. Three-pointer off the mark.
He just keeps firing from distance. I know he's trying to heat up, but at what cost?
Great touch from deep, Gilgeous-Alexander.
They are unconscious from outside, and so far, the defense has had no answer.
Look, when the 3 is falling like this, there's not a whole lot you can do defensively.
Here's Pritchard. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. Tatum. Gilgeous-Alexander with a rebound. Here's Oklahoma City now. They're on a 14-2 run here. The shot by Dort, no good.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Brown. The shot off that time. Good work defensively by Hartenstein. This one for 3. And Dort with the bucket on the assist by Caruso. So Dort's got 9 points here in the second half. For 3, Porzingis. Hartenstein pulls it in. Hartenstein's got rebound number 13 for him here tonight. Out of bounds, it'll go to the Celtics.
That's a careless pass and a wasted possession. That's just unnecessary.
Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Wiggins comes in for Gilgeous-Alexander. 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Here's Pritchard. No good from outside. Oklahoma City leading by 16. Williams from long range. And another 3 for Oklahoma City.
Well, you got to be able to shoot fast in the league. So it's nice to see Williams doesn't need a lot of setup time.
Here's Cornette. Lays it up and banks it in. Cornette's gotten his first points in this one.
Well, all of us coaches, we love when you can create looks in close.
Dort's shot is good.
And this is what you want to do when you've got a big lead. You must stay aggressive.
Yeah, they're being absolutely relentless, building this lead in every way possible.
And so it's the Oklahoma. And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. Oklahoma City shooting about 43% in this one. Aaron Wiggins out there with Williams. Then it's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. Then it's Alex Caruso. And it's Joe in at the 2-guard spot. That's the lineup for Oklahoma City. There's the triple. Horford can't hit. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll bring it up for the Oklahoma City Thunder. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game. Here's Joe. And it's Cornette with a rebound. The Celtics shooting a tough 22% from the field so far. Pass to Pritchard. The fadeaway. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Caruso outside. Wiggins from long range. Knocks it down from distance.
The defense was just nowhere to be found, and because of that, he adds to their lead.
Yeah, look, the truth is, he doesn't need much space anyway. But that one was too easy.
And he's going for the lob. And stolen by Caruso. Off they go. It's a 3-on-1 break. And again, Oklahoma City with a triple.
The defense gives Shai all their attention, and that leaves another guy open and ready to score.
Oh, wasted no time on that one.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
Williams misses. Boston's gone 1 for 3 in the fourth quarter from range. Tatum can't hit. Thunder leading by 22. Wiggins passes to Williams. It's stolen by Tatum. Here's Shireman. Off target from outside. The Thunder have gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Williams from long range. Tatum pulls it in. Tatum's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Here's Pritchard. Boston no good that time either. Oklahoma City has gone 2 of 6 so far in the fourth. Oh, a really deep 3 that time.
Running the show, Gilgeous-Alexander is talented as a passer.
Pritchard, no good.
He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Gets the 3 to fall. Wiggins got 9 points in the quarter.
They're really employing a deep range initiative here in the fourth, and it's working.
Yeah, it's always a little risky to lean this hard on the three-point shot. But when you're knocking him down, you might as well keep riding it. Well, the defense gave that away. He's a skilled shooter who you have to contest at the arc.
Goes up on the wing. Tried to bank it in, but it misses. And the Celtics shooting only 23% so far. From deep three-point land. Cornette can't hit. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 4 for 10 in the fourth. Joe misses. Boston on offense. Pritchard, the pass to Cornette. We played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Oklahoma City has gone 4 of 9 from three-point range in the fourth.
It's safe to say they have dominated this game. The game wasn't even as close as the score says in a great win for the Thunder.
And it was dueling three-pointers all night. A battle they won.
Both teams had the same plan. Win the game on the perimeter. So fun to watch.
And while there were some guys out there that played well, what really stood out was the production for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
And he found a way to leave his mark on every facet of the game. His activity and energy were huge factors.
Williams is checked in for Oklahoma City. Topic comes in for Gilgeous-Alexander. And the Celtics also making a change. Craig is checked in for Horford. Topic, no good. Here's Shireman. Here's the 3. It's rebounded by Oklahoma City. And here is Williams. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Torrey Craig. That's his first foul.
He didn't have his feet planted.
Substitution on the court.
Mitchell deciding where to go with it. Pass to Jang. Launches a 3. And it's Cornette with a rebound. Here's Shireman. Watched by Wallace. And the basket by Shireman. 12 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Mitchell, the pass to Caruso.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
First team foul. Substitution on the court.
So it's the Thunder taking care of business in this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive.
doesn't it? These teams love to run things down low.
Yeah, it's going to be a heck of a matchup, Kevin. A little bit of bully ball, you could say. Having a center you can run your offense through makes the rest of your offense that much better.
So let's take a look at the Boston Celtics starting lineup. White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's Holiday in at the point guard.
And if they know what's good for them, that's the way they'll defend against him every time he takes the ball in the three-point lane.
Taken away by Holiday. Tatum deciding where to go with it. And White, the bucket on the assist by Tatum.
And the first of many to come. Explosive offensive talent on both sides.
And if everything goes to plan, this could be a very fun matchup to watch.
Now here's Irving. For the screen on Holiday. Irving for three. Porzingis with the rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Brown inside. He's covered by Washington. And finished off by Brown.
There's that leaping ability. Brown, he just gets up so easy.
RJ, we've seen multiple all-star games for Jaylen Brown. Can he become a superstar?
Well, to me, if you've got a finals MVP in your back pocket on your resume, you are now a superstar, and Jaylen Brown is that.
And here is Tatum, following the three-pointer by Kyrie Irving. Tatum no good.
Look, the defense was locked in on him there. They know how dangerous he can be, and they guarded him perfectly.
From the high post. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. Irving's got 5.
There's such a great pace to Kyrie's game. That mid-range jumper, look, it's one of the best in the game.
And Davis sends it back. Here's White. Outside Holiday. Anthony Davis with the rebound. For Dallas, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Irving finds Davis. Shoots over Brown. And it's Davis missing.
See, that miss right there. It's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
Gafford.
And just fast off the floor to challenge shots. Porzingis, this helps him get a lot of blocks like that one.
First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes play. No one covering. 8 points for him.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Kevin, thanks. Jaylen Brown has put it all together. He said, I'm figuring out my spots to be aggressive. That's in my DNA. But also showing how I've grown. Being a great screener, delivering passes on time and on target. That's important to being a great teammate. I'm focused on being a better basketball player. Kevin?
Yeah, and he's a smart one too, right, David? He is something else. Outstanding stuff, DA, as always. Now here is Davis, following the miss by Porzingis. Out to Thompson. There's the triple. Another 3 for Dallas.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. If they keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
Boston again missing.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
Outside Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From outside the arc. And it's White with the rebound.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Tatum, that's good.
Want to create a good look? Yeah, just get the ball to Tatum out in space.
And the foul on Drew Holiday. That is his first foul of the game. And the Mavericks will go for a different look here. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Najee Marshall comes in for Washington. Christie's checked in for Klay Thompson. And Spencer Dinwiddie subbed in for Irving. Offensive rebound. Pass to Christie. The tray. Buries it from three-point range.
I like their focus coming in. Terrific execution so far.
Couldn't come up with a much better start than this. They just have to keep it going.
Here's Shireman. Sinks the three-pointer.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And we reach the end of the first quarter. Mavericks lead by 7. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
They've really been dialed in from deep. This is a team that has a ton of confidence in their outside shooting ability.
And so far, just a great job forcing turnovers and creating opportunities in the open floor. The defense at the heart of that.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. They've got Torrey Craig. And it's Hauser in at the 3, the small forward. Celtics trail by 7. The 3. The 3. And the rebound goes to the Mavericks. They've led by as much as 10. It's stolen. Pass to Shireman. Lets the 3 fly. And Lively pulls it down. Mavericks leading by 7. Dinwiddie wide open. Offensive rebound. Fires for 3. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
On the catch and shoot, you have to be decisive. And Dinwiddie shows the ability to do just that.
Pritchard passes to Hauser. Here's Pritchard. Six to shoot. Shoots the 3. No good that time. Dallas has gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. Back to Dinwiddie. From past the arc. Pass to Marshall. There's a screen. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet more set on that screen. Easy call.
Look, guys get away with this all the time, but on this occasion, he got caught.
Daniel Gafford's checked in for the Mavericks. Thompson comes in for Christie. Mavericks leading by 10. And RJ, the combination of Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown winning a title together. That's something else.
There was some small talk going around about breaking them up. Good thing for the Celtic front office, they kept them both. In their first 7 seasons as a duo, they have 5 trips to the conference finals. That is a ridiculous run.
Marshall sets a screen for Irving. Fires from deep. Buries the long-range jumper. Irving's got the lead up to 11 now for the Mavs.
Oh, what a pretty shot from Kyrie Irving. This man just has the perfect touch from any distance.
Here's Pritchard. Good, and it's Tatum picking up the assist. Pritchard's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. And so it's Dinwiddie who brings up the ball for Dallas. Irving looking for an opening. 1:56 left to play here in the second quarter. Dinwiddie against Holiday. Beyond the arc. It's hauled in by Porzingis. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds in this game. Celtics trail by 8. Here's Pritchard. A pass to Porzingis. That shot no good.
Yeah, and that was lining up to be a huge alley-oop, but they just couldn't quite connect.
Just go to show how tight your timing needs to be on this kind of play.
Thompson passes to Gafford. Thompson against Holiday. And Thompson kicks to Marshall. And stolen by Tatum. And it's Tatum completing the break.
Oh, this is how aggressive Tatum is. Excellent job of getting to the rim and a finish. Just light work.
A shot by Thompson and no one's around. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Thompson's got 6 points.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
That one goes in.
Oh, a nifty finisher. You didn't think Holiday would back down inside, did you?
For the screen on Holiday. Dinwiddie for three. Gafford kicks to Marshall. Pass to Thompson. 5 on the clock. Marshall sets a screen for Thompson. Fires the three. The rebound by Jason Tatum. Celtics trail by 7. Pop pass to Porzingis. The shot, no good. Thompson outside. Fires from way outside. Thompson from way outside. Here's Pritchard. Three-pointer. Hands it from downtown. Pritchard's got a couple of three-pointers in the second for the Celtics.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
And so it's Dallas heading to the bench with a sip. All right, thank you, David. And folks, don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And we hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
And if he can keep shooting from deep like he did in the first half, he's going to be more than a handful.
And let's see if the D adjusts, make life a little more difficult on him.
We've got Thompson. Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then there's Washington. And it's Irving at the point. That's the lineup in the game for Dallas. And Richard, talking about Anthony Davis for a second here. When healthy, he's still one of the best players in the NBA.
Yeah, his health has always been a question mark for quite a while, Kevin. But make no mistake, when AD's good to go, he's one of the best players in the world. It's crazy. He's growing taller. He's adding more muscle. Tatum just becomes harder to defend in there.
And you watch Jason Tatum. Year to year, he is a model of consistency. Across the board, the numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla has talked about the two J's, Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. He says they've been lumped together because they play a similar position, but they don't have to be similar. They've got to be able to express who they are and not constantly be compared to each other. They're not the same. Kevin?
That, David, remember a couple of years ago, there was some thought that maybe one would be traded. I'm glad they're still together. Thompson passes to Irving. Davis with a screen on Holiday. Just 5 to shoot. For 3. Rebounded by the Celtics. Porzingis has got 6 rebounds here tonight. White against Thompson. Now here's White. He's tightly guarded. Outside Holiday. It's rebounded by Dallas. Davis has got 4 rebounds in this game. For the screen on Brown. From deep, Washington. Outside for Davis. Launches it. And Davis nails the 3.
There's really nothing AD can't do, and he knows it. The confidence is unreal.
Here's Tatum. An easy 2 points on the layup. Tatum's got 4 points now in the quarter.
And you gotta love the big bucket in the paint in this sort of a grinded out game.
Outside, Davis. Yes, and it's Irving picking up the assist. And the Mavericks lead by 9. Analytics or the eye test? The optics or the numbers in front, Greg? When you're judging the performance of a player, what kind of criteria do you use?
Well, an MVP candidate recently said, my eye test tells me this guy's a terrible defender, but the analytics tell me he's a great defender. I'm confused, and I often feel the same way.
From deep, Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Celtics trail by 9. White the pass to Tatum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Well, look, from the moment he stepped into this league, Jason Tatum has been a difference maker. Every team in the league is looking for guys like him. Long, athletic, and most importantly, winners.
Najee Marshall, he's checked in for Washington. And the Celtics also making a change. Pritchard, he's checked in for Derek White. Thompson dishes to Marshall. In the corner, Irving with it. This one for 3. Porzingis with the rebound. Porzingis has got his 7th rebound here tonight. Brown finds Tatum. Brown outside. Lob pass to Porzingis. Gafford with the steal. Thompson way outside. 1:06 left to play in the third. Gafford is screen on Holiday. Just 5 on the clock. For the 3. Thompson with the 3. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Dallas.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And also, they continue to take advantage on the offensive glass. Those extra possessions paying off in second chance points.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Derek Lively, he's checked in for Daniel Gafford. Christie comes in for Thompson. And it's Williams in for Kyrie Irving. He was all alone on that one. And the Mavericks lead by 13.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And the Celtics making a change here.
Checking into the Celtics.
We've got 33 seconds left to play in the third. Jacks up a 3. Shireman can hit. Mavericks leading by 13. Outside Williams. Launches a 3. Rebound by the Celtics. Here's Shireman. From past the arc. Goes up again. And so it's Dallas. Looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. And more than anything, their 3-point. While we have the chance now, folks, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
It's just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball. And how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And a look at the 5 for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. Tatum in the front court alongside Horford. And it's Cornet in at the center position.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Looking at who's out there now for the Mavericks. Prosper's checked in, and it's Williams in for Marshall. They get it back. Out to the wing. Here's Shireman. The three-pointer, no good. Mavericks leading by 13. Williams with a clean look. Sinks the triple. Williams has got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Mavs. Here's Shireman. Here's Craig. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Dallas shooting around 41% on the night. Christie can't make it. Celtics trail by 16. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Intelligent play by Tatum, moving the ball to get an open shot.
Here's Prosper. His three-pointer's off the mark. Boston's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. There's the triple. Shireman can't hit.
You know what? He's got to look to get other guys involved. The three-point stroke is off.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
Substitution for your Mavericks.
Outside Irving.
P.J. Washington. Klay Thompson.
It's hauled in by Cornette. Cornette's got 4 rebounds in this game. It's good, only a few seconds into the shot clock.
Maybe they've been going to him a little too much. Now, he's having a great game, but his team is losing, and that is all that matters.
Thompson outside. Outside, Davis. Irving for 3. Rebound by the Celtics. Tatum's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Shoots the 3. Shireman can't hit.
Gotta find easier shots when you're already struggling. That's not gonna get it.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
A three-pointer is right on target.
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Thompson passes to Gafford. Back to Thompson. Takes the 3. And just like that, Klay answers with his own 3.
The moment that last 3 went in, Thompson must have been thinking, get me the ball, I'll answer it with a 3.
Here's Shireman. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. Thompson outside. Davis setting the pick for Thompson. Down low and stolen by Tatum. And a fast break now for the Celtics. Here's Pritchard. It's rebounded by Dallas. Gafford's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Davis. Puts up a deep 3. And Shireman pulls it down.
That is not a guy you want to allow open looks for range. Lucky for the defense, he just couldn't get it to go.
Good on the triple.
If you give a shooter of his skill an opening like this, he's going to take it every time.
And on the way from Irving for 3. Washington against Tatum. Shot from the wing. Washington, that's good. And the Mavericks lead by 11.
Guys, I think this is a game they have to feel good about as we wind through the final moments here in what looks to be a solid win for Dallas.
When you shoot this well from three-point range, you're really hard to stop. The defense didn't rotate out fast enough to stop the hot shooters.
Exactly, Kevin. They were lethal from deep.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Klay Thompson.
He did a great job following his team's game plan and not rushing anything on offense, which allowed him to catch fire.
Here's Shireman. It goes out of bounds. That one off Washington.
Substitution on the court. Derek White, 3.
And so it's Dallas winning this one. Some good competition. Much appreciated, David. Thank you for joining us. That'll do.
Big D, Dallas, Texas. It's the NBA on. Well, Brent, tonight we got a great front court matchup.
Yeah, this is a game, BA, I think that has been circled on the calendar. These guys are competitive, but there are positional rivalries that do exist. And the only way you can measure up is standing across from your opponent. We've got that here tonight. Who's going to get the best of who?
A look at the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren, the 4, Hartenstein, the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3. The 3 from Washington. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. And so it's Holmgren with it. He brings it up for the Thunder. And that's out of bounds. Oklahoma City will keep it.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
Yeah, pestering right now, and that's going to pay some dividends. At some point, there's going to be a turnover.
Now here's Dort. Pass to Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. The 3 is up. They get it back. And here's Dort. Williams passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Oh, that jumper so pure. Gilgeous-Alexander with great confidence.
Well, it's rare to see a young player as efficient as Jalen Williams, Brent.
BA, it's been remarkable, especially when you factor in that this guy is relied on for a lot of shooting. The shooting volume is very high. This is a blossoming star for this team, and I'm not sure we can put a ceiling on what that potential is.
And so it's Dallas with it, following the bucket by the Thunder. No problems knocking that one down.
Just so remarkable and consistent from distance is Klay Thompson.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball, and Davis picks him up defensively. Williams finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Takes a 3. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
And even though he couldn't send the shot back at him, he certainly altered it.
Yeah, that's the kind of energy that you want to see on every possession throughout the game.
Irving for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Oklahoma City has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Williams. Now Holmgren. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren from the arc. Here's Williams. Second chance effort. Not going to go that time. The Mavericks have gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Williams against Washington. Outside Irving. Puts up a 3. Drills it from deep.
One of the quickest releases in the game. Kyrie staying a step ahead.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Now Thompson defending. Ooh, took him no time at all to get that one.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Now here's Thompson. Washington, a screen on Holmgren. Davis misses. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Williams passes to Holmgren. Back to Williams. Holmgren with it. Williams on the wing. Fires it from 18. Davis with a rebound.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Yeah, an efficient offensive possession. They found the look that they wanted, just didn't go in.
Dinwiddie, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. And also a switch here for Oklahoma City. Caruso, he's checked in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Dinwiddie, no good.
Well, the D really getting away with one there. No one on him. And that's going to be good 9 out of 10 times.
Caruso with the bucket.
Yes, such a smart player. Jalen Williams making people around him better.
Thompson finds Dinwiddie. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into this first quarter. Buries it from 3.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And last season, Brent, many believe that SGA was deserving of the MVP award.
Well, he made such a strong case, BA. I mean, finishing in the top 3, that is remarkable. He led that young Thunder team, again, to the #1 seed in the Western Conference and averaged 36 and 5. He also led the league at 2 steals per game. What a season.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Back to Thompson. And the basket's good. Off the assist from Dinwiddie. Thompson's got 6.
Clay not forcing anything, just waiting for his time, collecting points in the flow of the offense.
And the shot goes in.
And with his height and his touch, he can be deadly from mid-range.
That's a staple of his offensive attack, and proving once again he can do some damage from that area.
Thompson fires from way outside. Left side, Davis. Three-pointer, no good. Stolen by Davis. Lets it fly. Gets some space and parries the jumper.
Footwork for the pull-up J from Davis. That left the defense shaking their heads.
Caruso outside. Back to Holmgren. Stolen by Davis. Here we go, one-on-one.
You have to be kidding me.
Wow, that's how you take things into your own hands. Caruso with it. Good if it goes. No good. Misses at the buzzer. And at the end of 1, both teams putting up some points. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Mavericks?
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
Well, not only that, but you love how unselfish they've been to start this game. That's going to get all the guys in a great flow and feeling good. So moving that ball around and scoring off assists, it's a nice way to play.
Najee Marshall is out there with Derek Lively. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Christie in at the 3. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Well, you can tell they really want to increase this lead. They can't keep letting them take it from them.
Gilgeous-Alexander with a steal. Pulls it from 20. Count the basket. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 7 points in the game.
That's just tremendous scoring instinct. So fun to watch him work in the half court.
And over the last few years, SGA has emerged as an all-NBA level player, Brent. What's been the key to his success?
I think the key, BA, to him is his confidence. I think that he feels like he is overlooked on a nightly basis and does not get the respect he deserves. So he comes in with that chip on his shoulder, and he plays the entire game, coming at any defense that people throw at him.
Nails it from 3. These teams just feeling each other out.
Yeah, I love the spirit out there. Already 6 lead exchanges.
Back to Irving. Over Wiggins. And it's Irving missing.
His touch from mid-range, that's almost always good. That won't shake his confidence.
Dallas has gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. And we're about 2 minutes into the second quarter here. Nice. Gets his second bucket. He's 2 for 4 now.
And there's not a spot on the floor where Kyrie cannot damage you.
Gilgeous-Alexander against Irving. Pass to Caruso. From deep. And the rebound goes to Dallas.
Well, we're chipping some orange paint off the rim here, guys. He must be more patient on offense and trying to find ways to penetrate inside and get closer to the rim.
Now here's Dinwiddie. Here's Marshall. Just 5 to shoot. Outside Irving. He takes it in. And it's good with time running down on the shot clock. He has 7.
Love how effective Irving is on the drive. His head is up, and he just cuts right through the defense.
And here's Dinwiddie. He'll bring it up for the Mavs. Pass to Marshall. Here's Christie. Lets the 3 fly. Williams grabs the board. For Oklahoma City, they've gone 3 for 7 here in the second quarter. It's stolen. The 3 fires in the triple. Christie's got 6 points in the quarter.
Oh, nice feed. On time and on target.
Gilgeous-Alexander passes to Caruso. To win the run. Gilgeous-Alexander no good. Dallas leading by 5. Poke loose. Stolen by Caruso. Joe on the wing. And another miss by Oklahoma City. The Mavericks have gone 4 for 7 in the second quarter. Marshall passes to Lively. They set the pick. Pass to Marshall. 6 to shoot. Launches it. Lively inside. Williams defending. Lively with a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Irving. Here's Christie. Three-pointer. Now here's Irving. From deep. An absolute bomb from three-point range. Irving's got 10 points in the game.
You know, Kyrie is one of the best finishers in the league, but trust me, he enjoys the 3-ball.
And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. And hits a 3 from the wing. And now it's an 11-point Maverick lead.
They're starting to pull away here as their shots keep falling.
Start to feel their confidence. That's the difference between the success they're having now and the struggles they faced earlier.
Caruso with the bucket. Here's Christie. Got it off in time. And that's not gonna go. And so we wrap up the first half. Dallas on top. They lead by 8. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of quarter number 3. And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books. One half to go. Well, you look at Kyrie Irving in this game. He's been everywhere.
And the bulk of his production has been generated along the perimeter.
Yeah, he keeps tracking down those spots behind the three-point line and finding some open opportunities.
And on the floor for Mark Daigneault starting the second half. Some serious height in the middle. Holmgren the 4, Hartenstein the 5. Gilgeous-Alexander runs the point with Dort at the 2. And it's Williams in at the 3 spot. And something that makes SGA so dangerous on offense, his elite drive and kick ability.
Yeah, you have to load towards him when he comes off a high pick. He just draws so much attention he can find another cutter or spot-up shooter. He has so much gravity to his game.
Now here's Hartenstein. No points so far. Misses the 3. Used the pump fake well, but he couldn't capitalize. And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Chet Holmgren makes up for his light frame with aggression. He said, quote, "You don't have to take a second look at me now to know that I'm not the biggest dude width-wise, so I have to hit first. Otherwise, the game's not going to go in my favor when things get physical," unquote. Brian, you agree?
I do, and you can tell he just refuses to back down, Allie.
That's a shocker there. Did not expect him to miss from that range. He's got to be shooting close to 60% from there.
The Mavericks lead by 8. There's Davis with the 3. Davis showing his range.
And the defense will settle for AD shooting threes. Better that than him going inside.
Holmgren with a screen on Thompson. Three-pointer. And it's Holmgren missing. Dallas has gone 2 for 2 from deep here in the third. Irving for 3. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got a rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Hartenstein. The kick out to Williams. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Thompson with a steal. Tipped. The 3 from Washington. Out left to the wing. Back to Gafford. Clock at 6. Davis from long range. The Thunder pull it in. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Well, Brent, league-wide, more and more points being scored. You see that tapering off at any point?
BA, with all the rule changes and what we're seeing in terms of the skill set of players growing, I mean, the scoring is just going to keep going. How far can we go? I don't know. I feel like we're topping off a little bit. The only way we're going to score more points in a game is add more time to the clock.
Marshall, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Caruso, he's checked in for Oklahoma City.
When Kyrie's going like this, he completely takes the game over. What a player.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
2 minutes remaining in the third.
Outside Irving. Kept alive. Outside Davis. Pass to Marshall. Davis a screen. And here's Thompson for 3. Oh, Thompson buries the tray.
So quick and so good, Klay Thompson.
Williams from long range. Oh, the Thunder, another 3.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Thompson, that's good.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
Kind of like he's in his living room right now. He's found a comfort zone. Once he gets that, the defense knows they're in trouble.
He drops it from range.
Sharing the basketball, Anthony Davis can do more than just score. Such an all-around special threat.
Given his range, you'd expect him to capitalize on that opening.
They get it again. Outside Irving. Davis a screen. And that one's good. Irving's got 7 points here in the quarter.
I wish Kyrie sometimes would just dribble out the 24-second shot clock. It's so fun to watch him on the handle.
A deep 3. Sinks it. What range from downtown. Thunder trail by 19. To stop the run. And there's Caruso. That one's good. On the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Well, a solid facilitator that helps that the defense thinks that Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is going to shoot and not pass.
Irving, the pass to Gafford. On the wing, Thompson. The 3 ball. Oklahoma City grabs the miss. Hartenstein's got 8 rebounds in the game. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And the rebound goes to Dallas. Outside Irving. Over Gilgeous-Alexander. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so it's Dallas in control with it. And it's time now to bring you our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Well, a great job with the eyes. And what separates great playmakers, as we note, is peripheral vision.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that, to this point, has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Najee Marshall, Edwards out there with Derek Lively. Then it's Kyrie Irving, and it's Christie in a 2-guard. That's the lineup out there for the Mavericks.
Now, Gilgeous-Alexander, with that height at his position, allows him to do so many things other guys really pretty much dream of.
Here's Christie. Right side, Edwards. Pass to Irving. Dallas needs to get off a shot. Takes the 3. And Edwards good for 3. Edwards got himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Irving picks him up. Caruso outside. Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Marshall's there. And here's Wiggins. Beyond the arc. And it's Irving with a rebound.
Ooh, he missed an easy chance to put some points on the board. He won't get a much better look at that kind of shot again here probably tonight.
Back to Marshall. There's the 3. Basket is good. Nice setup from Irving. And the Mavericks lead by 19.
Oh, with a nice find by Kyrie that time, balancing his offensive attack.
Outside, Williams. The 3 is up. That shot is off. Dallas leading by 19. And the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's going to go on Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. All right, guys, some stats here. The scoring breakdown for the Mavericks.
Well, you love their unselfish play. Keeping that ball moving, good shot to great. That's winning basketball.
Well, something else that has stood out is their up-tempo offense. I mean, these guys have been on the track all game long. They're creating high percentage looks, getting out there on the fast break.
Oklahoma City making a switch here. Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. Holmgren comes in for Wiggins. Williams is checked in for Caruso. And it's Lou Dort in for Joe. Gafford, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Williams against Washington. Pass to Gafford. Here's Irving. Gafford to screen. Now Washington. 5 on the clock. Going all the way to the rack. Gilgeous-Alexander from outside. Washington grabs the miss. For Dallas, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. The 3 from Thompson. And it's Holmgren with a rebound. Holmgren's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Williams finds Dort. Back to Williams. Off target from three-point range.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Thunder trail by 19. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Thompson with a steal. Shoots over Holmgren. Again, the miss by Dallas. Oklahoma City has gone 1 for 5 shooting from the arc here in the fourth. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Back to Holmgren. Outside Gilgeous-Alexander. Hits the trifecta.
And great awareness. Holmgren's so good at reading the movement of his teammates. A very heady passer for a big man.
Irving for 3. Again, the miss by the Mavericks.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it. And this one hasn't been in doubt for a bit now. They came out on a mission, and you can bag up this win for the Mavericks.
One area where they set themselves apart today, their aggressiveness in getting steals.
It really hindered their opponent all game long. And, of course, it helped spark their own offense.
And what a huge performance it was for Kyrie Irving.
Just knows how to fill it up, and that's exactly what he did tonight. Nobody that they assigned to him could really get a handle on him.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. And he's 6 for 12 after that one. Here's Irving. Grant, wouldn't be a bad idea here to slow it down.
Yeah, coach is definitely looking for patience and execution.
And it's a completely new group here for the Mavericks. There's 49 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Lets it go from deep. Oklahoma City grabs a miss. Wallace outside. Outside, Williams. Offline with a 3. And here are the Mavericks now. It's a 14-point game. For 3, Hardy. Williams grabs the board. Here's Oklahoma City now. Topic for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go. 15 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Launches it from deep. This shot by Hardy, no good. And so Dallas takes this one by a big margin. This one was a fun one to watch. They were clear.
Aggressive attacking in transition.
Well, you've got to play to your strengths, right? But really, the league in general is looking for early offense. These teams, no different.
Now the opening lineup for the Oklahoma City Thunder. The 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. A three-pointer off the mark. Brown against Williams. They grab their own miss. Tatum with the screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot by Holiday, no good. And it's Oklahoma City's ball. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Dort. From deep. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, for Lou Dort, it's all about building confidence from three-point territory. This is a growing part of his skill set.
Holiday, the pass to Porzingis. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. For Boston, they've gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Brown drops in the layup for 2.
How confident is Jaylen Brown in his handle? The dribble drive through traffic, really nice.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. And that one off the back of the rim and in.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
The Celtics have gone 2 of 6 from the field. Here's Tatum. He takes it in. Thunder with the rebound.
If you try something like that, you better be sure to complete it.
The kick out to Williams. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. 5 on the clock. Back to Williams. Shoots over Brown. That's good from Williams on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Williams has got his second bucket of the game to go. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, Lou Dort makes his bones at the defensive end. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander says, I always try to test myself against him in practice because he's the best of the best. Coach Mark Daigneault said, I look at him more like he's an artist. You can shift him anywhere. There's no one he can't guard. Kevin?
David, he is a beast. Wow, thank you for the report. Now, here's Dort. After Jaylen Brown's miss. Fires from way outside. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
I'm honestly not sure what that was about. Maybe a protest against his coach?
Well, that is inexcusable. That kind of shot selection won't do them any good.
And again, Oklahoma City, no good. Doris, do you think the Oklahoma City Thunder has the best young core in the NBA?
Well, they are absolutely loaded with talent, Kevin. Not only that, they fit together. Now they've got a perennial MVP because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has inserted himself into the best player in the game conversation and a rising star in Chet Holmgren. Look out.
Now here's White. Still scoreless. And we talk about Derek White. Doris, how impressive has his rise been?
Kevin, it's been both impressive and sometimes feels improbable. He was not highly recruited. There were no expectations on him when he arrived in the NBA. This guy has turned himself into one of the premier defenders from the guard spot, an excellent shot blocker, and so rock steady as a ball handler on the offensive end.
And Oklahoma City making a change here. Williams is checked in for Hartenstein. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. Isaiah Joe, he's checked in for Dort. And it's Alex Caruso in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Pritchard. For 3. And And the rebound goes to the Thunder.
That is fantastic defense on one of the best three-point shooters in the league. Didn't give him an inch of room. And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Boston trailing. The three. Out to the right wing. Here's Hauser. And another miss by Boston. And it's Wiggins with the ball for the Oklahoma City Thunder. Joe can't get it to go. Brown dishes to Horford. White wide open. He fires. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. Nice back and forth this first half.
And this could continue to go back and forth the entire.
Oh, he nailed it.
And it counts. Big time shot.
At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Oklahoma City out in front, leading by just one. And we'll get things started in the second quarter when we return. And it's been a pretty even game here after one quarter of play. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. Scoring breakdown for the Thunder.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
And their assist total, also impressive early, creating with the pass and playing for teammates.
White in at shooting guard, with Brown playing small forward. And it's Pritchard in at point guard. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Celtics. Wiggins passes to Caruso. Shot clock at 5. Back to Wiggins. And taken away by Brown. And here's the fast break. And stolen by Caruso. Takes a 3. And Shai Gilgeous-Alexander good for 3. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 6 now for the Thunder. And finished off by Brown.
Look out below. Jaylen Brown off his feet in a hurry.
Pass to Caruso. From outside the arc. And again, Oklahoma City with the triple.
Well, if you offer no resistance defensively, he's going to knock down the 3. It's really that simple, guys.
Brown wide open. He fires. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. It's Joe on the wing. Still yet to score. Fires the 3. Rebounded by Hauser.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Lets the 3 fly. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
Wow, you don't see him left alone very often, and of course, he makes good use of it.
And the way the Celtics can attack teams' doors with their 5-out set, it's impossible to fully defend it.
Kevin, there is so much space on the floor because they have shooters at every single position and guys who balance that shooting with an ability to get off the dribble drive. This is as good an offense as we've seen.
Here's Pritchard. He's now 1 for 2 with that bucket.
That pass was about the location, puts it perfectly into the hands of his teammate.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 assists in the game. Here's Pritchard. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
You know, we see this all the time. You're basically, as a defender, hoping the man misses rather than putting in the work to get over screens.
Here's Hauser. Off target with his 3. Oklahoma City leading by 4. And there's the foul. It's on Peyton Pritchard. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Celtics. Porzingis is checked in for Luke Cornett. Tatum comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Holiday in for White. And then for Oklahoma City, Hartenstein, he's checked in for Williams. And it's Dort in for Isaiah Joe. The Thunder have gone 5 of 11 from the field since the beginning of the second quarter. Shoots, and he nails the jumper. Caruso's got 8 points.
We are talking about a 6'6" point guard. Shai has got a great view of the floor. What an easy pass.
Out of bounds, Oklahoma City takes possession, and the Thunder with some changes. Holmgren, he's checked in for Aaron Wiggins. And Jalen Williams is subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. If you mention the best players in the NBA, Doris, you have to mention Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. How's he made the leap so fast?
Yeah, Kevin, this is an interesting growth and development story because Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has shocked everybody. He can get to any spot on the floor. He's one of the most relentless drivers in the game. You have to respect his three-point threat, which balances out that dribble drive game, and he's willing to compete defensively. Sky is the limit for this young man.
Torrey Craig, he's checked in for Al Horford. Williams outside. Boston grabs the miss.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
Great open look there. Porzingis has got his second basket of the game.
Well, this is where Porzingis thrives. He is shot ready on the catch.
Holmgren sets the screen for Williams. And again, no good by Oklahoma City.
Not a whole lot going down for him at this point. He just can't buy a break.
White finds Craig. Back to White. Holmgren with the steal. Stolen by Holiday. Pass to Craig. Holiday looking for an opening. Brown outside. Good if it goes. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. Thunder lead by 3. And don't go away. After the break, we'll see you right back here for the start of the third quarter. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during the half. Alex Caruso with a strong contribution so far in this one.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
Boy, he has been shouldering the load. Aggressive, skilled, talented, and thus far unstoppable.
So for Oklahoma City right now, the 4 and the 5, the lengthy pair of Holmgren and Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander runs things with Dort to his side. And it's Williams at the 3. Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Dort with a screen for Williams. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Off target from three-point range. Well, the ascension of Jalen Williams, Doris, has been swift and very fun to watch.
Oh, absolutely, Kevin. He became very quickly in his second season a number 2 option and, frankly, borderline 1A option. And it's not just his offensive game, Kevin. This guy has become a stout defender. He's got the perfect NBA frame, and he fits in personality-wise.
Here's Tatum. Got a piece of it. And now a fast break for the Thunder. For 3, Williams, and a great assist by Gilgeous-Alexander as that one goes in.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
A 3 from Porzingis. It's Chet Holmgren with the rebound. Holmgren's got his 4th rebound in this one. And Dort gets it to go.
Their ability, again, to stretch the floor, particularly in this second half.
And guys, boy, when you're hitting, it sure does work. It obviously opens up major options at the offensive end.
To stop the run. And with that, the Thunder lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from White.
He's not always assertive on the catch, but Derek White rise and fire from three-point, and it is on target.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. And Boston with the rebound. Brown's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Celtics passing it around. White finds Porzingis. Brown outside. And Holmgren pulls it down. Holmgren's got 5 rebounds tonight. From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. 9-point game. And Holmgren pulls it down. And we all hear talk about Drew Holiday's defense. But you know, Doris, he is much more than that. You've said it countless times.
Kevin, this is a guy who's a tremendous rebounder for a guard, a very willing playmaker. He can carry a scoring burden if you need him to, but he's also willing to take a very limited number of shots. It's all about the team with him.
A three from Porzingis. And the rebound goes to the Thunder. Holmgren's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Gilgeous-Alexander against White. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. Celtics trail by 12. It's White on the wing, defended by Dort. Out to Porzingis. There's the three. It's rebounded by Hartenstein.
You will not see this guy miss many of those. He's one of the keys to their floor spacing.
And that one's good. Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got the lead up to 14 now for Oklahoma City. Brown outside. The shot from the low post is good. Brown's got 6.
Well, that's where you use your athleticism and agility if you're Jaylen Brown, navigating to a high percentage look.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
A different look for Oklahoma City. Williams, he's checked in for Hartenstein. Aaron Wiggins comes in for Holmgren. And it's Alex Caruso in for George. Brown dishes to Horford. Over Wiggins. And another miss by Boston.
Well, defenses are content to give up the mid-range, right? It's not the high percentage restricted area or the three. You can see they're prepared to give up that shot.
Williams with the block. And here we go. Wiggins heading to the hoop. Had the opportunity on the break, but couldn't sink the three. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively, for sure.
Well, when you're careless with the basketball, you can expect that to happen.
And the Thunder with possession. They're on a 16-7 run. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by Cornette. Brown the pass to Horford. Here's Hauser. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Oklahoma's. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard. Put the pass right on the money.
He's got the size to survey over the top of the defense and find the open man. That was beautiful.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. They've got Horford. Torrey Craig is out there with Jason Tatum. And it's Hauser in at the 3. That's the Boston 5. Oklahoma City leading by 15. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Williams. Launches it from deep. And Tatum pulls it down.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Puts up a 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics. Oklahoma City's gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And that one's good. Wiggins. When a team, Doris, is on a losing streak, what lessons can be learned from that?
Yeah, Kevin, you know this. Losing streaks seem to be inevitable in the NBA. The season is too long to go through without some adversity. What I think you learn is grit and how to keep fighting even when you don't have your best game available.
Here's Hauser, defended by Caruso. Craig sets a screen. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Hauser. Lets it go with the 3. Thunder with the rebound. Caruso with the ball. Now guarded by Tatum. Here's the 3. And it's Wiggins missing. Celtics trail by 18. The 3. Caruso grabs the miss. And here's Gilgeous-Alexander outside.
He needs to look to try to drive inside and get going. That outside shot is simply not there.
Three-pointer, Horford, and the three ball is good. Horford's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
They need that floor spacing ability from Horford. It's big for them when he's knocking down triples.
The Thunder with another miss.
You've got to find a way to get yourself going in some other way because hoisting from three is not the answer.
Hauser. No good on the triple.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
I don't know if he's tired or what, but he is definitely holding back a little bit, and he has to step his game up right now.
Horford from outside. They get it again. Pass to Hauser. Jacks up a three. The shot, no good. And so it's Wiggins with it. He'll bring it up for Oklahoma City. That bucket in no time at all. And the Thunder lead by 18.
Boy, the rise and fire off the bounce by Gilgeous-Alexander. With that length and release point, good luck guarding it.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Dort, he's checked in for Isaiah Joe. Three-pointer, hits the three-point bomb.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot the D can afford to give him.
Pass to Caruso. Wiggins outside. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Boston shooting terribly up to this point, just 30%. Some ramshackle offense play there. Some nice ball movement here by the Celtics. Here's Shireman. Connects from three-point range.
That's a layup for him. He's just too open.
From deep, Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound by the Celtics. Horford's got 6 rebounds here tonight. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Shireman. From the arc. Now Horford. From downtown. Cranes it from beyond the arc. Horford's got it back down to within single digits for the Celtics.
Well, you like how confident Al Horford is, right? He is a great jump shooter from just about any spot on the floor.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for the Thunder.
They simply ran him off the court.
They set the pace, and their transition game was executed flawlessly.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in. Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Pass to Williams for the three. The shot's good. Gilgeous-Alexander making the play. And the Thunder lead by 14. Here's Shireman. Boston, no good that time either. And there's the foul. It's on Peyton Pritchard. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Personal foul. First team foul. Substitution on the court.
From deep three-point territory. So no problem for Oklahoma City as they get the win. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent.
For sure, and we could actually just unplug the shot clock. Come on now. There's not going to be anywhere close to a shot clock violation in this one. This one's going to be entertaining and fun for all of us.
And now Dallas' starting group. Anthony Davis is out there with Daniel Gafford. Then it's Thompson, then it's Washington, and it's Irving in at the 1. Now here's Porzingis. That three's off the mark.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
The 3 from Thompson hits a three-pointer.
Extremely dangerous from that range. That's Thompson's comfort zone right there.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to talk to Joe Mazzulla for a minute. We spoke about Kyrie Irving and what the most challenging thing about defending him is, and he told me, quote, just how creative he is when he's handling the ball. We want to keep the ball out of his hands as much as possible, even if it means sending double teams occasionally. We'll see if this game plan works out for them, guys. Back to you.
Allie, thank you. Now here's Irving. Fires the 3. It's hauled in by White. Thompson with a steal. Pass to Washington. And just about a minute into this first quarter. The long distance 3 is buried.
Boy, Washington, a very capable shooter now. What I like about him is he takes good shots.
Three-pointer, Holiday knocks down the triple.
That's how you up the ante. Come right back at him.
A little back and forth from long range. I love it. That's a terrific answer there.
Porzingis for 3. The Mavericks pull it in. You know, Clark, 2024 saw Anthony Davis make his return to the All-Star game.
And really, B.A., such a pleasure to see him back on the court, healthy and producing. That's not been an issue. The issue has been him being hurt and not being able to be on the court. But he's a perennial All-Star when he's healthy and playing and doing exactly what he's done throughout his career at both ends, be a dominant center.
For Boston, they've gone 1 of 4 to begin this one. Here's the 3. The shot by Holiday, no good. Dallas has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. And here's Thompson for 3. And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
And that was from the parking lot. You got to be impressed with how accurate Thompson is from way outside.
Brown, a screen on Gafford. Here's Porzingis. And he banks in the layup.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Irving. And the Mavericks, another 3.
It sure was textbook, and Irving is fantastic in the screen roll. A solid decision maker in these sets, and he also can put it in the basket himself if he needs to.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
Thompson against White. Pass to Davis. Thompson, a screen on Tatum. Davis from long range. Boston pulls it in. Outside Tatum. We've got 1:48 left in the first quarter. And there's a 3-second violation. Boston making a switch here. Horford's checked in. Dinwiddie, he's checked in for the Mavericks. Dallas leading by 5. Washington, a screen on Holiday. For 3, Dinwiddie. It's hauled in by White. The Celtics have gone just 3 for 7 here at the start. Horford outside. The 3 is up. Gafford grabs the miss. Dallas has gone 4 of 8 from outside in this first quarter. The 3 from Washington. Drains the triple. Washington's got 6.
Corners can be a little suspect for Washington, but he puts a smooth stroke on it this time.
Again, the miss by the Celtics.
He had more than enough room to hit that. Just couldn't make it happen.
Davis against Horford. Outside Davis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From behind the arc. Washington outside. Fires from deep. No good. Celtics trail by 8. Here's Brown. Off with the layup. For Dallas, they've got half their attempts to go. 6 of 12. 1 second separating the shot clock and the game clock. Sinks the tray.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And, you know, it's an all-out effort they've come in with. Very aggressive offense so far.
Oh, yeah. That'll do it.
Wow, an emphatic two-handed slam.
I tell you what, if he's got a few more of those in him, this lead will really start shrinking.
Thompson's shot is off. P.J. Washington, he's feeling it tonight and has been the driving force for Dallas. And so far through 1 quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Mavericks.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And following off of what you said, they've really done a good job distributing the ball, passing up good shots for great ones.
On the court for Dallas here in the second. They've got Derek Lively, Kyrie Irving out there with Spencer Dinwiddie. Then there's Najee Marshall, and it's Christie in at the small forward. Wide open look. Drained it for 2 points. Celtics trail by 11. Horford outside. Fires for 3. Offensive board. Tries again. Out to the right wing. Hauser passes to Craig. It's deflected. Out of bounds. Celtics ball as Boston keeps possession. And Dallas making a change here. Edwards is checked in.
Number 20, Kessler Edwards.
Quarter number 2 and about a minute in. And it's Tatum missing.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Brian, it's great hearing Celtics coach Joe Mazzulla talk shop. He said everybody tries to break basketball up into offense and defense, but it's one game. Your spacing, decision-making, and shot selection set up your defense. That transition happens so fast, so the game is constantly changing. It's all connected, Brian.
No question. Thanks, Allie. Good stuff there. Counted from distance. Christie's got 5 now.
What was the defense thinking? I mean, that's the wrong guy to leave open.
Boy, they'd love if anyone could get a bucket.
Yeah, their offense has been grinding to a halt.
Hey, you know, I like the competitive spirit, but when you look at it, I think he rushed that 3 a little bit because he was trying to get back at his opponent.
And it's Tatum with the ball for the Celtics. Nothing on offense from them yet in this second quarter. And the elite bigs today can score posting and facing up, Clark. Can all those options make it hard to decide which way to attack?
Well, I agree with you there, and I think it's a good problem to have, quite honestly, B.A. I mean, that's also, I think, where coaching and analytics comes into play. Trying to keep track of what approach is going to work best for you.
Hauser. Pass to Pritchard. Shot clock at 6. Off the mark there with a 3. Dallas leading by 11. On the wing, Irving. Misses off the right iron.
Wide open, and still, surprisingly, wasn't able to cash in.
Oh, Tatum slams it home.
The athletic prowess of Tatum on full display. What a move to the bucket.
Irving for 3. Another miss by Irving.
He came out today planning to do as much damage from three-point range as possible. Well, it looks like it's time to change up the plan, guys.
Here's Christie. Drops in the 3. Christie's got 8 points here in the quarter. Celtics trail by 12. Here's Pritchard. Edwards against Craig. A minute 31 left in the second quarter. Hauser passes to Craig. From downtown. Rebounded by Marshall. The Mavericks lead by 12. Here's Lively. Here's Christie. Give him 8. Oh, he gets it to go. So far, he can't miss. He's 4 for 4.
Well, he's just showing off right now. The threes keep falling with no signs of slowing down either.
Again, the miss by Boston. Pritchard's gone 1 for 4 from the field. Edwards fires from way outside. And out of bounds. Boston will have it. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Porzingis is checked in for Horford. Jaylen Brown comes in for Craig. Derek White's checked in for Tatum. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. And for Boston, they're shooting just around 26% for the game. Here's Holiday. Oh, his shooting remains on point. 3 for 4 thus far.
You know, Holiday is one of those rare guards who's as physical as any other player on the floor. Holiday busting it up inside.
Davis with a screen on Holiday. Williams against Holiday. Williams passes to Thompson. Davis with a screen on White. The 3 from Thompson. The kick out to Williams. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Pass to Gafford. Over Porzingis. And it's Gafford missing. He got it up. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And so it's Dallas in a good situation. Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready for the third quarter. With a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. Dallas leading by 13. The perimeter pairing, it's White and Brown. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. And it's Holiday in at the point guard position. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. So it's Boston now. Here's Tatum on the take. And it's Irving with a rebound.
Trying to show off for the fans and give them their money's worth, just couldn't finish.
And Jaylen Brown gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul of the game. Outside Irving. Lets the 3 fly. Knocks down the long J. Irving's got 6.
Kyrie Irving, what a touch from deep.
Pass to Tatum. Outside Porzingis. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Dallas has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Davis from long range. Rebound Boston.
Boy, they dodged one there, guys. I mean, he got the wide open look that he wanted, just didn't knock it down.
Here's Brown. The shot no good. Nice D from Thompson. Dallas leading by 16. And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall. And he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Again, the miss by Boston. The Mavericks have gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Here's Davis. Dallas no good that time either. Boston's gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the third. White for 3. That falls. Nice feed that time from Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, White is a capable three-point shooter now, and he does not need a lot of space or time to get off his shot.
Here's Davis. Boston pulls it in. Porzingis has got 4 rebounds now. Outside, Brown. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got 5 rebounds tonight. Irving fires from way outside. Boston pulls it in. White's got 5 rebounds in the game. Outside, Brown. Three-pointer, Holiday. On target from range. Holiday's got 10 points.
With deep range and a wide arsenal of moves, Holiday keeps defenders off balance.
Pass to Gafford. Outside Davis. And here's Irving. From deep three-point land. Again, the miss by Dallas.
It's never easy from that distance, but we see him drill those and shoot around all the time.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. Was maybe a step out of his range.
Dallas leading by 10. A minute 53 left to play in the third. Davis from long range. Oh, Anthony Davis reigns in the 3.
When your big man can pop out and knock down the corner 3, it certainly opens up the whole offense.
A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Well, the slam dunk is arguably pro basketball's signature play. And forward Nicholas Batum said growing up, you have so much joy in dunking. You're one of the few people in the world that can. But Father Time marches on, and like most vets, he's come to grips with the reality. He said, my body told me, no more, bro.
Well, leave that to the youngsters now, right? All right, Allie, thanks. And for Dallas, they're shooting just 35% for the floor. Thompson, no good. Celtics trail by 13. Outside Holiday. There's the 3. Gafford grabs the miss. Gafford's got rebound number 8 here already in the game. The 3 from Washington. Hits the front of the rim and out.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
The Mavericks lead by 13. Thompson with it. Now guarded by White. Irving looking around. Fade away. And the shot goes. Irving's got 5 points now this quarter.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Irving with it. Give him 8 points now. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Irving's got 11.
The fire that Irving plays with, admirable. I mean, you can feel it. When you make a 3 on him, it's payback time. He's coming at you.
Deflected. Kyrie Irving has been on display for the Mavericks. 8 points in the quarter, showing how effective he can. Well, there may not be a lot of drama down the stretch as we head into the fourth quarter, but stranger things have happened. Celtics trail by 15. On the floor for Dallas starting the fourth quarter. Derek Lively is out there with Najee Marshall. Then it's Kyrie Irving. Then there's Spencer Dinwiddie. And it's Christie in at the 3. And here are the Mavericks now. Cornette's checked in for Boston.
First personal foul. First team foul. Coming onto the floor from the Celtics. Number 4.
Irving up top.
Luke Cornette.
Boston pulls it in.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Here's Pritchard. They get it back. Hauser, that's good.
Oh, beating everyone to the ball. Great activity on the offensive glass.
Now here's Lively. Marshall passes to Irving. Three-pointer. Boston pulls it in. Hauser's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Here's Pritchard to the paint. Cuts off the pass. And up the court they come. The Mavericks on the break. Dinwiddie gets the bucket. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats for Dallas?
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
One other thing I've liked is how assertive they've been on D, swatting a good number of shots away as a result.
Drew Holiday's checked in for Horford. And Dallas with a change here, too. Klay Thompson, he's checked in for Christie. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth. Thompson fires from way outside, from beyond the arc, and then some. Celtics trail by 16. Here's Pritchard. And a miss there on the triple. Irving fires from way outside. The rebound by Jason Tatum.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Hey, that's crazy there. I mean, insanity. At least wait until you get across half court. My goodness.
Here's Hauser. Second shot opportunity, and it's good. 2 points.
Wow, he really fires up his team with his ability to extend possessions.
Outside Irving. Takes a three, and the three-pointer goes. And the Mavericks lead by 17.
Whoa, that man is laser focused. Now, that's bad defense for a team that has a long way to go to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Thompson fires from way outside. Over to the left wing. Here's Marshall. Lively with a screen on Tatum. Marshall. Outside for Irving. For three. Connects from downtown.
And they just continue to attack, even late in the game, while they're up big.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Thompson fires from way outside. Rebounded by the Celtics. Here's Hauser. Boston, no good that time either.
And the defense got away with one there. I mean, that's a shot he typically makes.
Here's Marshall. No good with the triple. Celtics trail by 20.
Well, the scoreboard tells you everything you need to know about this one. A great showing here for the Mavericks.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, VA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And of all the highlights and performances we've seen here tonight, the one thing that stands out is what an unbelievable night it's been for Kyrie Irving.
Boy, from a scoring standpoint, he was absolutely sensational. Made the game look easy tonight.
And Boston with some changes. Porzingis has checked in for Cornette. Jaylen Brown comes in for Hauser. And Derek White subbed in for Pritchard. Here's Davis. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. The Celtics shooting 33%. This hasn't been their quarter.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage jump there.
Gafford with a screen on Tatum. There's Davis with the three. The offensive rebound. Outside Irving. Here's Gafford. Jaylen Brown with a rebound. And so it's Brown with it. He brings it up for the Boston Celtics. They trail by 14. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Holiday from long range. Washington grabs the miss. And Dallas with possession. They led the game at 1 point by 20. And it's Irving missing. And so it's the Mavericks taking care of business in this one. Boy, a nice win on the road by